Okay, I'm here. Hello, welcome. I am in a very sleepy state right now. I had tea, have energy drink. I have no awareness. Working, love you too, Queen Home Slice. Maggie contributed 4,000 to the Kumihimo challenge. Goodness gracious, thank you. Oh boy, that's getting here sooner than we think, isn't it? Oops. I should probably clear away the endless loom project, but I technically haven't I need to buy bands for it so I can actually make it a proper piece for you guys since you contributed. Oh my gosh. And Queen Home Slice with 6,000. Holy moly. You guys spending all your channel points on me. Galaxy Crafts 4,000. Hello and welcome. Happy Ponies opens the door to her stall and walks in for Funay. Yes, we have a place for the happy pony right here in this stream. Um, I'm. This is one of those weeks where I just feel like I've got 100 million things to do and not enough time to do it. So, yeah, I'm gonna make whatever comes to mind. I think, um, you guys know me. I always do I try to do obligations first and then fun beating second. So commissions or guaranteed sales or, whatever. So I have two of those on my plate right now. I'm going to do the easy one first. I have to make, if you guys remember this necklace, it is this is my one customer who does not prepay for stuff, but she is a guaranteed sale when she does get to see what she wants. It's weird. She's the only person I will take commissions for without getting paid up front because I know that she's good for it. Remember to take care of yourself. Yes, I will do that. I will do all my stretches and I will do all my hydrating. I'm just very sleepy because I stayed awake until 5 a.m. bead crocheting. It's my own fault. I did it to myself. But yeah, so I have to make a pair of matching earrings for this necklace before she will buy it, which is fine. She's my difficult customer yet my best collector, so it's a weird middle ground, and it's, everybody has one, and she's mine in this town. But yeah, I'm making the matching earrings for the necklace. If you remember me showing it off to you guys a while back, I completed it in a setting. I was just learning a technique. I was learning a double cubic right angle weave, which is what this little unit is. It's a bit fancier than just regular cubic right angle weave. Yes. I will hydrate while I'm thinking of it too. Okay, so I'm gonna make two of those, just the little blue guys. So just this unit, the ball, and then the little crystal, and then a little metal bead, and I'm gonna put it on a head pin and ear wires and call it good. And then we'll sell this necklace on Thursday to her because the art walk is this Thursday. It's the first Thursday of the month, which means it's the art walk. It's also the first week of the month, and I could have sworn the Farmers Market Association meetings were on Mondays, but maybe since yesterday was Memorial Day, or maybe since today's the first and they wanted to get it done right away, The Farmers Market Association meeting is today at 5:30. So I have an alarm set for 4:30 so that I can quickly rate somebody and go. Because I was begged to come. I was begged to attend. And you know, you should anyway when you join an association, but I'm gonna be honest, guys. The only reason I joined is because they implemented a rule where the booth fees are $5 more expensive if you're not part of the association. So literally only joined to keep the farmer's market booth fee at what I was used to paying it. I really have no interest in the people's drama in this town, and that's what all association meetings are. It's just people bickering, and I just don't want it. But I'll go. So I can keep updated. I was keeping updated very well via the emails. And I wasn't even part of the association then, so. Oh well. We'll see what happens. This is apparently the week where some stuff is going down, I guess. I don't know. I don't care. Sorry. I woke up in a weird mood. Apologies, friends. This thread feels thicker than usual. Maybe I hit a spot that it's, I don't know. Okay. No, I think it's better if I tie it in a circle than if I try to do a lark's head knot. The holes on these aren't too huge. So yeah, I'm just making a pair of earrings for this. And then I'm going to fiddle with the bat Needleminder. A big ass Needleminder for Desky, which is the chart you see under my face. She said she wasn't too thrilled with the sunglasses, so I'm gonna see if I can quickly rechart it with closed eyes, but like the arcs, and show her both patterns, see what she likes best, and then bead from there. I like it with the sunglasses. I think it's great, but if she likes it without, then we'll do it without. And then I'll do it with the sunglasses for myself. Alright, so there we go. I have 4 beads tied in a little knot. Doing blue and orange. This is just a very nice color combo. Let's see if I can put this on the other side, so that you guys can see it a little better. Maybe, as I work on this. Alright, so I'm just going to go through one of the blue. I'm going to add an orange in each of the gaps all the way around. Pretty sure that's how this was made. Yeah. I got to remember too, because I was following a tutorial for just this segment. Well, actually, it was a bunch of them together, like this is, but in a straight line. But I got done with the one, and I'm like, oh, that would make a cute little beaded bead. This is Kara's Beads on YouTube, if anybody is interested in how to do double cubic right angle weave. I was just learning a technique. And then I came up with a cute little pattern, cute little design. And now I'm like, oh, dang it. It's also like this piece sold so fast after I made it. Does anybody else have that just pang of sadness when you have made what you know is a really, really good design, and then it immediately sells before you have a chance to make another one? Because that's kind of where I'm at with this right now. Why is it? And I know I can make more. Like, I realize that. I'm gonna switch to size 11 because that just got stuck in the bead. I changed needle sizes just in case. I had a feeling. There were small holes. Like I've used them before, but I just. Hello. Okay, so these are my size 12s, and these are my size 10s. Where are my 11s? I always put stuff back, like almost always. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Okay. Found it. We're good. We're good. But yeah, so yeah, this week is just a busy week. I gotta make a pair of earrings for this necklace, and then I gotta say goodbye to the necklace. Like, I have photos, so that's good. At the very least, I have photos, and if I didn't, this would give me a chance to take them. But man, it's just sad to see it go so fast, and I don't have time to make another one right now, so. But I'm very happy with the design and with the colors, and like, it's just infinitely gorgeous. See, and I knew when I was making it that I should have made a pair of matching earrings. Like, I just knew it. This is also a customer that, she's one of those that wears matching sets. And I have a really bad habit of not making earrings for all my necklaces. Oh no! Calyx, my goodness! Oh, hello. Welcome, Raiders. Hello, Meg and QT. Calyx, how was your stream? What were you up to today? Cowboy Killig, hello. My stars. Calyx is raiding with the Avocado Army. Mint Wizard, and I saw a follow. Who's a follow? Sweet Music Woman, thank you for the follow. Thank you for beating my friend. Welcome to the Beatbox. Calyx, how was stream? How are you doing today? Yay. Welcome, Raiders. Defend if you want to defend against the incoming game. Bro, it was good. First of many fundraising streams this month for the Trevor Project. Oh, that's so amazing. That is so amazing and supportive and a wonderful thing to be doing. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you raised a lot. My goodness. How is everybody today? Ooh, more follows. And the host, Maggie, thank you for the host. Mint Wizard, thank you for the follow. Appreciate. Hello, everybody. Glomps the VP. Hello, QT. How are you today? How are you doing today, Mousy? Okay, what am I doing? I think I'm doing... I'm trying to remember something I just learned how to make. I don't know things. This is why I have the peace out, so I can remember how I made it. You're doing good. Awesome. I am glad. So it was this one that I had to... Okay, 4 doesn't look right. Is it 4? Yeah? It was 4. Okay. I think I gotta do this. I'm trying to make this little blue beaded bead again, but it's been a couple weeks since I made it the first time, and it's a new to me technique. This is called a double cubic right angle weave, where you're embellishing standard cubic right angle weave, all fancy and weird like. So, yeah, I'm just trying to learn a thing. Hey there, Positively Crafty. Hello and welcome again. How are you today? What are you up to? It was nice of you to stop by. So you get to see the kind of things I'm making. I'm working on a pair of earrings. It's kind of a commission. It's more of a guaranteed sale. Every now and then I will make things for guaranteed sales, as well as the bat you see under my face, that chart right there. These are the colors for it. It is started. I might be working on this later this stream too. It's going to be a Needleminder like this. My pie. You can start stitching Taurus. Trying to get your frame for the Zodiac cell lined up. Ooh, fancy. Fancy. That sounds awesome. But yes, how is everybody today? Everybody from Calyx's stream, what are you up to? What are you working on? If you're working on anything, what are your plans for the day? I'm trying to sort everything going on this week in my head, and I'm having a hard time. I don't need 4. Do I need 4? No, I need 3. I think I need 3. 3, yes. And then go through there. Haha. What was it? I'm making some Needleminders myself. Seems like the perfect stream to learn. Yes. It's usually a fairly chill stream here. I'm especially not high energy today, but I can be sometimes. I wear myself out when I'm too high energy. Is that how we do that? I don't remember how to make these. Because Mint Wizard, you've been making them out of are they needle points or like small cross stitches on canvas? I can't, like plastic canvas, I can't remember. How is my farmer's market sales? Phenomenal is not a word I have ever in the past used to describe this farmer's market and my sales there. But that is what happened this past weekend. And like, I wasn't like raking in cash, no, but I have done better at this last market than I have ever done at this venue before. And I'm like, who are you and what have you done with my dinky event run by crappy people? Because has this last year been run by a really great person, and she's done so much. And I think that's probably the last event she's at. I don't know. I heard weird ass rumors and stuff. How do I do this? I don't know how to do this. I forgot. But yeah, I did really great. I never, like if I break $100, I'm usually super thrilled. It only costs $20 to set up. It's mostly advertising. It's mostly me displaying stuff for people to commission me for stuff. That's basically what it is. And then I have a collector too that comes by. I got a new collector this time around. Like she's stopped and looked at my work several times before. But she bought her first thing today, and I know that she's going to buy more in future. One of my old collectors stopped by. I sold... Do you guys remember all the pieces I was making for the yoga studio a while back? I sold all of the teeny tiny skinny green bracelets that I made for the second color palette I worked for her. Like, I don't know how that happened. I don't know. But yes, plastic canvas. I thought so, Mint Wizard. But yeah, ooh yay, glad you did great. Nice. The picture of your display table looked great. It is. Thank you very much. It took a lot of work. I had to borrow a sewing machine for that, and I was yelling at it the whole dang time. So do I need 4 every time? Yeah, no, I think I need 4 blue every time. But yeah, my display has been years in the making. I've been playing with booth displays since 2009 when I first started setting up at shows on my own. Like, I grew up setting up at shows with my mom, but like I had small spaces and whatever her display was, you know, if the show allowed me to set up too, you know. She did some not juried shows and some juried shows. The juried shows obviously wouldn't have ever allowed it, so I think this is it. I think this is how you do it. And then this is the last one. And then you go down through there. I wasn't paying a good enough attention the first time. Yay! I think I did it. Yay! Yeah. But it looks like you won. And not the sewing machine. Right? Yes. The sewing machine is evil. It is not my friend. But that's okay. I don't have to use it but once every 2 or 3 years. So when I do, it's a stream of curse words, but then I can give it back to its owner. And I can just ask, not ask to borrow it for a while. I use the sewing machine for that display to sew the fabric that you see. It was a very, very silky, very lightweight fabric. I used it to sew it to some outdoor rugs that serve as the loop side of Velcro, and it's on plastic break-apart shelves that are lined with the hook part of the Velcro, and so it stays together. It doesn't blow in the wind. It looks super, super classy in any setting. It's bright and colorful to attract attention, and it's tall enough so that little ladies don't have to bend down at, like, you know, picnic table size or card table height. That 30-inch height just isn't good for people. The 42-inch height is usually a lot better, which is why they always suggest you put your tables on risers and stuff. But the break-apart shelves work great for me. Me too, tagged along with my mother and sold my own stuff at craft fairs. Yes, that's how it starts, isn't it? That was the life I grew up in. Well, kind of. Like, my mom didn't do as many shows when I was a kid. She was selling in galleries when I was a kid in my hometown. So I'd go with her, you know, when she was restocking the gallery and such. But when I was a teenager, my father passed away when I was 15, and my mom's always been a stay-at-home artist. And, like, even a little bit before he passed away, she was doing shows, but she really, really ramped it up after that fact. And so that was her means of income to support us, you know. And it's like we had what the Social Security check would pay, but she did shows. Like, she just ramped up her production. She increased the number of galleries she was in. She applied to everything she possibly could, and, you know, she would take us along with her, you know, if we wanted to go. If we didn't have friends we could stay at for the weekend, you know. My little sister, she was much more social than I was, and she had friends, and so my mom would leave my little sister with her friends, and she'd take me with her to the shows, because, you know, I didn't have near as many friends as my other two sisters, and so, you know, depending on the show, me, my little sister, my older sister would be there. I think my older sister had actually moved out after a little while. She had graduated. But yeah. The sewing machine will become your friend if you let it. I know. I can suffer my way through it, but it's not the most enjoyable thing for me. My mom was an arts and crafts teacher, and we did craft fairs. Nice. She was a painter who sold at galleries. Neat. I haven't been in very many galleries. Like, sorry to hear you lost your dad at such a tender age. Yeah, it was a long time coming. He had a really bad case of melanoma, and he was of the type that is too stubborn to seek medical help until it was too late. But also, like, you couldn't change his mind about a lot of stuff, so he could have been around for a lot longer. He may have been able to make it through. We don't know. But my mom wasn't going to fight him, you know. She'd been with him for 36 years, you know, 3 decades, you know, long enough to know that if he set his mind to something, then that was it, you know. Okay, so got the little boxy shapes of this. This is more cube than sphere. It was kind of spherish the first times I made it. But yeah, so that was her means of income when I was younger. Sorry, I'm looking down to see what I'm trying to make. I like your hair today. Thank you. I actually had it cut last week. Was it last week or the week before? I don't know. Time is flowing together, guys. I don't know what time is anymore. But yeah, it's short and it's curly and it's nice. And when it does end up getting hot, yeah, it should already be hot, Texas. What's wrong with you? When it does end up getting hot, I won't be like, the back of my neck won't always be sweaty because of long hair. Yeah, I got a haircut. I like curly bobs, and it's also still just long enough to put into like a tiny ponytail in the back of my head. Kind of nice. But yeah, I just kind of grew up doing craft shows with my mom. Started off with flat stuff on a table, ended up buying, everybody ends up with those weird flocked black displays at some point, and then they move on to like those leatherette pedestals after a certain point, and various weird types of mannequin forms, and I've just fine-tuned it over the years and picked colors I like better over the years, and I settled on blue and orange because it's the best complementary color palette. I will fight you. I don't like dark blue, but I do like light blue, and so I picked light blue and like just a very, very like bright, not quite terracotta orange. So dusty blue and kind of a, I don't know, what color is this? What would you call it? No. But like my displays were already dyed. They were stained like a cherry. I don't remember what the name of the stain was. I made those so long ago. I made them my last semester of college before I lost access to the woodworking studio. So I made those my last semester of college because I knew I was going to be doing lots of shows. I almost gave them away at one point because I got discouraged somewhere along the way. It was a weird time for me, actually, art-wise. But yeah, my displays are that orange from the plywood that's been stained. Can't remember the name of the stain anymore. But it's got a little bit of a red tint in there too. I don't know. So I just worked really, really, really hard last year getting a setup that I enjoy. Okay, so I think I got it. I think we're good. It doesn't look quite as spherical as it should. I don't have anything tiny enough to poke in there. Except the actual head pin. And on one side it's just kind of caved in. I don't know why. Whatever. But yeah, so grew up doing a lot of craft shows, and I have about this time last year, I have a photo on my Instagram account of the full 10 by 10 space for like a weekend long event setup. And it is beautiful, gorgeous. I took that photo before I actually did the sewing, but you get the gist. And now it's even crisper looking because those were just tacked in place for the jury photo. But it's gorgeous, and it's fun, and it's cozy, and it feels like a place that I would want to be in. Like a little tiny home away from home. If I ever end up getting to be able to do shows again, that would be fantastic. Soon. But I also want to move before I start applying to shows again. Like, I don't want to do them here if I can help it. But maybe I don't know how long it's going to be, so maybe I should just apply to the one in Ingram anyway. Ugh. It's weird, complicated. Yeah. So, the one-day setup is what you saw there. And I can do an even smaller setup with only 2 of the tables instead of all 4. This is the first time I've had all 4 tables. So I was setting up on Saturday and I was like, man, this is taking so long to put all my work out. And I'm like, oh, I don't usually put all my work out because there's no space. So it was just nice to be able to show all my work at the same time, which I thought was great for once. It was good. So I did that Saturday. I did the farmer's market. I woke up at 4 a.m. to like stretch and have breakfast and have some just quiet time. Because I knew it was going to be a busy weekend. Hello. Okay, I'm mostly here. Hello. Hello, Cincinnati. How are you today? And welcome almost back, Queen Home Slice. Welcome almost back. But yeah, we had some friends visiting town on Saturday evening. Not quite immediately after I was done with the farmer's market, but I got home and I like took off my shoes and unpacked my car so that we could drive them around town if we needed to we only had one thing planned and we went and did that thing. But yeah, and then I just laid down for a few minutes and then the doorbell rang and I'm like, no. It's okay. So I didn't get a nap, but I had a good time with them. Ixa went and got them, brought them home. We took them to the arcade in town. It's the first time we've been in there in forever. And then they left later that day. And then Sunday, my sister was driving through town. It's Memorial Day weekend, guys. Like, people are traveling. My sister was driving through town. And so we got lunch ready for her. Okay. It doesn't want to go through the bead. How dare it? There's a knot in the bead. Okay, looks like I'm in audio mode for the time being. All right. Well, enjoy. I will bead here when you need me. Yeah, so I got to see my sister on Sunday and her family, and my mom was tagging along with them for their trip. I think they're meeting up with my other sister somewhere and like a cabin rental or something. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't invited. But it was good to see like my nephews and nieces, some of them. A small portion of my nephews and nieces. Masked Bandit, thank you so much for the raid. Let me see if I can defend this time. I didn't defend against Calyx. Defend! Bad. I need to fix that. Reboot! Worst sound clip ever, but it was the only one I could find. Bandit's buddies are raiding you! Maggie, were you like a double agent? Masked Bandit, hello and welcome. How are you today? How was your stream? What were you making? What were you doing? What were you playing? Let us know. And thank you for coming over here. Just detailing my busy weekend. I had family over. It's the first time I saw my sister in 2 years. It's only been 2 years. I went to Tennessee to see my whole family in 2019. Just took a few days that I was off in a row in April and went and visited everybody and then came home. There's a traitor in our midst. Yeah, Bandit is my other half. Oh, really? Hello, other half. Welcome. Welcome on in. Traitor in our midst. We have a double agent. Oh, no. No, maybe we can say Maggie's a scout. How's that? Stream was good. I was working on my checkerboard lace afghan today. Ooh, that sounds fancy. I'm gonna guess crochet, right? Most afghans are done in crochet. I could believe they would be done knitted too. I don't know things. Stop stream a bit early because my hips are sore and telling me to get off of it. Oh yes, definitely take care of yourself. Bodies are weird and they demand special treatment and you should give it to them. The end. The end. I know various aches and pains. I have a bad back myself, so from doing this for so long. And it didn't help that last night I was actually working on this. So I have learned, guys, that sitting up to do bead crochet wreaks havoc with my back because I am still terrible at tension. But I can almost get the hang of it now. All right, take care, my love. Aw, that's so sweet. You guys are being cute. Yes, it was crochet. You can knit an Afghan too. Okay, cool. I thought maybe. Oh, gotta go. Have a good stream if I don't come back soon. All right, Sensanoshi, I will bead right here next time you're free to watch. All right, so this is what I've actually been working on a lot, guys. This is all your fault, because you all cashed in those 50,000 community channel points for the bead crochet. Me learning how to do it again. That's what I've been doing the last couple weeks, is figuring it out. I finally managed to do another bracelet, but I was off in how I drew my pattern, and so it ended up being a 5 bead around pattern instead of 6, and it's kind of spiraling weird. Oh well, you got hooked. Yes. Mass Bandit, thank you for the follow. Ooh, looking good. Yeah, so the bracelet was nice. You know, this is what I'm used to making and doing, but starting it is such a pain. You have to try 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times, I do anyway, in order to like get a piece. And so what I did is, after I made the bracelet and cursed at it, I made this on like Liz's 12-hour stream day. I made it in like 6 of those hours, I think, maybe 8, I don't remember. Ooh, looking good, thank you. Sophie, hello and welcome. Good to see you again today. Hello. I know I saw you briefly earlier. Just browsing through beading channels, actually. Yes. welcome. But I did the pattern again in size 8 beads, and it spiraled again. So these should line up. These greens should line up, but it doesn't. Because of how I did it. I did it wrong. But this is a starter strip for 5 around at the very least. So when I do new 5 around patterns, I can cast off of this end. If I can go back and find the tutorial, I can cast off of this end and I can start a 5 around pattern. I think I could probably get away with doing a 6 around too if I increased. But yeah, so I have a starter strip, and I might as well make my starter strips pretty. You gotta have pretty tools, right guys? So I made a starter strip for bead crochet, 5 around for slip stitch crochet ropes like this one. And then I tried to learn, I was aiming for 16 around single crochet bead tube, and I ended up with this weirdness, which is not at all what it should look like. See, I started off with 16 loops and did several rows, and then I was beading it like a slip stitch, like this, but it wasn't working right, and it didn't look good. But I could still probably like cast off, because I ended up with 10 at the end instead of 16. It decreased. I don't know where I lost my stitches, but I decreased. And so this looks wompy, but I think it still might possibly be usable to cast off of a 10 around, maybe, for actual single crochet, because this is what it should look like. I switched back to 8s after failing at 11s. It should look like the 45-degree angle, like this. And this is my best attempt. It took me like 8 tries to get to this guy. And this is what I was doing all night last night. It took like 4 or 5 hours just to crochet 2 inches worth of wompy size 8 beads. Woo, beading community. Yes, you've come to the right place. You have come to the right place. I collect all the beaders on Twitch. They are mine. They're mine. If you need to hang out with beaders off stream, I do also have a Discord where we share all our works in progress, all our finished work, all of our non-beading things, general chat, puns galore, and just good old fun community time. Oh. Hello, Rainstorm. How are you today, my friend? Mass Bandit, I'm going to go listen from my recliner. It was nice to meet you, and I love your beats. Thank you. I used to bead on a loom. Beading on a loom is fantastic. It's still my go-to. It was how I learned, and I have such a soft spot for it. Such a soft spot. Positively Crafty. Glad to be part of your collection. One of us. You are also welcome to join the Discord, Positively Crafty. You will probably see that I was telling all the beaders in my community that you were live yesterday when I found you. I was very excited. I was very excited. Oh. Brainstorm. What a line to enter a stream. I collect all the beaders on Twitch. You are mine now. Sophie, I haven't tried bead crochet. Is it very difficult? I find it to be very difficult. I've gotten years of beading experience, but haven't tried that technique yet. Oh, thank you. This is actually probably the third time I've had a stint of bead crochet projects in my life. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. But yeah, Sophie, I find it to be very, very, very difficult, mostly in getting it started. Once you get it started and you have about half an inch made, that's the worst example. Once you have about half an inch made, then it gets easier from there. I still won't find it enjoyable, but I am determined to be okay at it, you know. I've been beading for, I think it's 19 years, like next month. Next month would be 19 years. 2002? Yeah, roughly. That's when I started. Yep. I follow all the beaters too. I went to double check and I already follow you. Hooray! Awesome. Oh, for Positively? Yeah. I found her yesterday. Last night, just browsing. It was great. But yeah, it's easier to keep going once you get started. I find the slip stitch bead crochet to be easier, which is this, where you're just inserting the hook into the beads themselves. Like, let me get my hook. I don't have any more beads to add on to this, but yeah, you're inserting the hook into the bead itself and pushing the bead over to the side, and then you have a new bead and you're yarning over just through both the bead and, yeah, just like that. That's easier to me than the single crochet, where, oh geez, my loops are so tight now, but like when you do end up in a loop, you have to get under both parts of the chain. You have to bring a bead down. You yarn over once. Oh gosh, it hates me. And I get caught still. And then you'll have to yarn over again, but you do it with a bead in there. And it's difficult just because they like to flop around and be weird, and I haven't gotten tension on this good just yet. But this is my best attempt at it so far. I'm very proud of all its wompiness. It's fantastic. It actually does what it's supposed to. It's hollow, so I can, you know, stick the end of my crochet hook in there. It's about the diameter of like a colored pencil, actually. Works in there just fine too. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Learning with stripes is actually a really smart way. I had to follow some tutorials online in order to figure out what the heck I was doing, because you know, I was doing it like it was slip stitch, but it's not on this one. And so I had to start over again and try again, and I got it okay. And I finished that at 5 a.m. So that's why I'm sleepy. And I'm hiccuping. Okay, let me catch up on chat. Okay, Rain, doing good. All my little suck friends has been in sunlight since I got it, and the tips are slowly changing color. Oh, good, it's changing color. Is it gonna be red? Ooh, my future too. What did QT say? Future VP. I may or may not have gone down a DeMarca online rabbit hole yesterday. Oh no. So a kaleidocycle is in my future. All right. Also, look here. These are open source. I actually haven't used DeMarco's instructions at all. I've used the contemporary geometric beadwork instructions. So there is the Kaleidocycle primer that will have, I think it has the flower face assembly and like the jellyfish assembly. But my preferred is the butterfly, which is this one. I don't have a gift for this one. I will someday. Can you make peyote triangles? Triangles. Here's a beginner-friendly method. Ooh, perfect. Yes. So I would recommend to anybody beginning on learning how to do a kaleidocycle, a beaded one. Like this guy. Here's my example. This one I did not actually make with the butterfly method. This one I made... How did I make this one? I think I initially made this one with like the flower face assembly. And then I think I like went back and I remade... No, this was flower face. Or this was net. This was net assembly. And this was flower face assembly. And then like my first few beaded kaleidocycles for you guys and for commissions were jellyfish assembly. And now I do them all butterfly. Butterfly's so much easier. It just takes away a lot of the brain nonsense, you know. And you can tell these are old. These are old. Like I've had them for years. I just haven't ever fixed them because why? You got to show your progress, right? Like you got to show how far you've come. And I don't have any of the newer ones right now. Not at the moment, but I do have butterflies in progress that I can show you. Alright, so this is Des Quixote's kaleidocycle that I'm still getting around to. She should have already had it by now, honestly, but yeah. But I stopped my stop motion project, and then IXO took my camera, and then now I'm just waiting for my camera back. But here are my butterflies. Ooh, this one looks less complicated than the DeMarco ones. Yeah, the butterfly, I'd say, is the easiest to understand out of all of them. I specifically bought their Star Wars pattern. Ooh, yes. That sounds awesome. And also bought a peyote star pattern. Awesome. You're going to get into the geometric beadwork, QT. I can see it. I can see you having all the sculptures and all the polyhedra. You really dove into beadwork, didn't you? You just went straight into the deep end. Like, don't know how to swim, just let's go. Yes, lol. I really appreciate that on a person. I'm kind of like that for some things myself. Alright, so, like, with the butterfly assembly, you start off with one triangle after you have all your triangles. Getting them orientated, I can give you tips and such for that. But you start off with one triangle, you edge it all the way around, and then when you get to the first edge, you add a second set of beads just on the first edge before you start assembling the other triangles to it. So then after you get this side done, you will attach this side at the top, come around, and then you'll attach this one on the bottom, you'll come around, you'll add half of your hinge over here, and then you'll make the other side, and then you'll make a hinge in the middle, which is this big orange section. And then this is where it gets easy and where you don't even have to do like weird math, you know. You'll sew these sides together, and in the top you'll put your fourth triangle if you even want one. And it just fits right in there. And the great thing is that when you're sewing this side here, you're using that second set of beads you sewed on the first edge. Because traditionally, other cycle assemblies, you would be sewing it into that first set, and it's really, really hard to get in there. You can potentially break beads and have to like rip stuff out and start over again, or like, since you're using 15s, they get really full of thread really fast. So this is genius. The butterfly method where you have that second set of edge beads, these guys, like that's genius, because that the only purpose it serves is to help you attach that fourth triangle when you have it folded up. I don't remember which direction this goes. I'm not messing with it today. But yeah, so then you fix it all up in there, and then it's just gorgeous. And you can't even tell it's there. Yeah. Keep the jewelry, give me the complicated 3D object stuff. Yes, yes, please. I still make a lot of jewelry because that's what's easy to sell when you're wanting to sell your work and you're wanting to get out there and do shows and fairs and stuff. Like geometric sculptures and things aren't going to, sell to the general public, but they're a lot more fun to make. But also there's a fair amount to be said of interesting things you can do with jewelry too, like this little guy. Which is what I'm making a pair of earrings for, because it's a guaranteed sale at this point. Like, yeah. So for me it's a balance these days. I do tend to stick with the weird big projects more than the small ones. But when I do need to feed myself, I will make jewelry. But it's going to be cool jewelry, so there is that. But yeah, butterfly assembly method for the kaleidocycles, that's what I would recommend for any and all beginners. And then I'm making 2 of these little beaded spheres. This is double cubic right angle weave. So, whereas cubic right angle weave, do I have an example? Easy to find? No. Would just be these blue beads made into boxes. You embellish each unit as you assemble it, and so it just gives it more bulk and more depth and more interest and just dimension than it normally would have had. I don't know, it's weird. It caught my eye on YouTube a while back. Kara's Beads had a tutorial for it. I'm like, what is this? Didn't have time to watch it, put it in my watch later. Came back, watched it later, and beaded along and was like, oh, wasn't that nifty? So each unit gets your 4 beads added onto the corner embellishment. And then when you come back through, you just add your embellishment between every bead. When you have to join corners together, you go through the opposite side, down through the other half, and then you move along to the other side. I'm going counterclockwise. This is weird. I don't know what happened here. I'm going in the wrong direction. Oh well. But then you have, 2 units connected, and when you connect a third one, it starts to cup, and then the fourth one will make a wall, four walls. So it's just a very nice, small, simple, relatively simple beaded bead with some interest to it. And then you can connect several of them together to make straight lines. I connected 3 together in the opposite colors, and then made a right angle and did 2 more over here. So this is 5 units total. And it just seems like it has a lot of possibilities to it, a lot of options, a lot of interest, holds a lot of interest for me. I tend to, these days, I tend to do geometric work. I wasn't always a geometric beader, but I definitely am now. I've always enjoyed, math on just a fun enjoyment kind of level. Oops. What am I doing? Where am I at? Okay. turn it the right direction. I don't know where I'm at. But yeah, I've always enjoyed math as far as like math problems go, and as far as like just puzzle aspects of things go. Need to connect it to this one over here. And that's what beadwork is. It's just, you know, it involves quite a bit of math, but it's not complicated math. It's mostly addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, you know, just the basic things, you know. All right, this piece has to be divisible by 4, therefore I need it to be 36 beads around, you know, stuff like that. Even and odd numbers are hugely important in beadwork. Blue feather, run in fear, for I am here. Starts tossing people into a ball pit full of candy and stuffed animals. We're running in fear of the comfortable awesomeness that is Blue Feather. How are you today, Blue Feather? Hope you're feeling all right. Hope you're enjoying Tuesday. I don't know what time it is today, but this is a little bit of a shorter stream, guys. I have to be gone at 4:30 for me. So I've still got like an hour and a half, but instead of a 3-hour stream, it's like a instead of a 4-hour stream, it's like 2.5. I ate the wrong thing last night and I'm paying for it today. Oof. Oh no. We've all been there. I hate when that happens. All right, so when you're on your last unit of this, you go up through the first blue bead, and then you go through the embellishment bead on the same side as that one. You go up through the next blue bead, pull tight. I like to pull tight. Tight tension, always. You're only adding one accent bead because the others are already in place, so it is very helpful to be familiar with cubic right angle weave. You go through the other blue bead, down through the bottom, pull your wall tight, make your way up to the top. I don't know, it's just nice. It looks a little bit reminiscent of chenille stitch, oddly, actually. Happy ponies. Darn it, I'm a stuffed pony again today. Oh no. Did I leave you access to too much hay? Oh no. What are you up to today, happy ponies? Alright, so I've made my way to the top, and then you just add that last unit in between the orange beads. So 4 blue. And then when you do that, you reinforce the blue and you're like done with the unit. Like, it's super fast and simple. Like, it's great. Going through the orange, gonna go through the first blue here. I am off camera, guys. Tell me these things. And then I'm just gonna go through all 4 blues a couple times, tie off my thread, weave it through the work, trim, that kind of thing. Get surprised by all the lurks. Thank you for the lurks, Stella. Enjoy your treasure hunting. Happy ponies. Blue Feather keeps making me into a stuffed animal. Oh no. A stuffed pony. Oh no. Alright. So I'm just going to do half hitch knots wherever I happen to be coming out of beads. I'm working on my whisper words of wisdom. Gotcha. Ah, oh no. And then we feed Reginald. Yark. Okay, so I'm done with the thread, actually. I'm going to put it on my bobbin. I'm going to tie in that other tail thread. And then I'm going to assemble the earring and be done with it. And then sell it on Thursday. Yeah. So today I have to leave stream early because it is Farmers Market Association meeting. It is the first of the month. It's usually on a Monday, but I guess since the first fell on a Tuesday, it's on a Tuesday this month. I don't know, man. But I gotta go downtown and I gotta do that and just sit and listen to the petty drama and come home after making eye rolls at one of my friends. And then tomorrow, Dace, hello! Did you finish? Oh, Dace is asking if you finished something, Happy Ponies. I don't know. How are you today, Dace? How are you? Oh no, I dropped something. Oh yeah, this is my peyote with a twist, not crochet. Meant to look like bead crochet. It's meant to look like single bead crochet. I'm doing it in size 15s because I'm insane. That's what I dropped. Lol, heck no, I'm like 4% done. Oh geez. Yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday. I have to wake up and go to the chiropractor. I have to do something while I'm out there. Like while I left the house. Maybe tonight. I have to go to Michael's and I have to see if there's a certain color of mosaic tile. Silly me made the mistake of saying, oh yes, that piece that your friend is buying, I have made that in another color palette that I can't actually make for you because I don't actually have the tile. Like I have the beads, but I don't have the tile. Oops. So if I can find that, then I will message the lady and say, hey, look, I found some. And if I can't find it, I'll be like, okay, well, I can't find this, but here are the colors I do have. Are you still interested in a pair of earrings? I can invoice them. I can invoice you for them and make them, and you can pick them up at like the Art Walk or the Farmers Market again. I gotta go shopping. Gross. For supplies I don't have. Not fast enough. Oh no. Wait, are you saying that working with 15 beads is insane? No, I'm insane for doing it. Working with arthritic hands is not fun. No. No, I love 15s. This is, what I was saying is this is meant to mimic this. Huge difference between the two sizes. This is single bead crochet rope tube. This is, I just made a starter strip. I wasn't going to do a whole project. It took me hours to get this much done last night. This is why I didn't sleep well. But we are in the same working with 15 Hook Club. Yes, I love 15s. But this is peyote with a twist. It's a little strip that you attach to itself, meant to mimic the look of the bead crochet that's at that 45-degree angle. Just a little flowers and stripe pattern I did just to keep it simple. Just nice, pretty colors. But since it is 15s, it will take forever to make it. But it's a learning technique for me, so I don't mind the forever on the learning how to do a things. I think I followed a Jill Wiseman tutorial for this. I don't remember what her pattern was, but I just picked a pattern I wanted to make for me, and I just followed her instructions. But yeah, I like it so far. It's meant to look like bead crochet, but it's not. It's more pleasant. Oh no. Arthritic hands, happy ponies, no. No. I'm grateful I am not there, at least not yet. Maybe if I keep doing bead crochet, I will be. That hurts my hands, actually. Not a lot does, but that does. Hurts my back, too. And I know that Jess, her hands hurt a lot when she does stringing, but not when she does bead weaving, which is the first that I've heard of anybody having that particular issue, which is also sad. She had her daughter help her with a bunch of stretchy bracelets for a craft show she's doing soon, in a couple weeks, I think. Alright, so I have these little guys. I have some leftover head pins that have been cut short. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bead and then made a bend on accident. Where are my pliers so I can straighten this out? God's bunnies. Here we go. So the bead and then the crystal and then a little metal bead. And that's it. That's all for the earring. Just matches this section of the necklace right here. Since this particular customer doesn't enjoy dangles, I'm not gonna do the dangly drop bit at the bottom like I would have initially. Ta-da! I need my round nose. For those of you who want really amazing pliers, I bought myself last year some Tronex pliers. They are so cool. They're so amazing. They still smell like new plastic a little bit too. I'm weird, but I like the smell of new plastic. Because for the last several years, I've been, frustrated with just the cheapo pliers that you can get in regular stores or, ordering online. And I'm like, I want to treat myself to something nice. And so last year for my birthday, I bought a set of them. I bought them individually. I didn't buy a 4-piece set because, the cutters in the 4-piece set weren't what I wanted. I ended up with razor flush cutters, which these are beautiful and nobody's ever allowed to touch them. Thank you for the Lark Queen home slice. And then I ended up with chain nose. And I got some round nose and some bent nose. And they're beautiful and I love them. And they're Tronex. And these were just about $50 a pair, which is a lot for a tool, but for a tool that I'm going to love forever and ever and ever and ever, or almost forever, it'll be great. Because they're so precise and they're 1mm tips. They're so small and easier to work with detail-wise, and it's easier to grasp and get in tight corners, and I'm very, very, very happy with them. I'm very glad I did that for myself last year. Come on. Yeah, I thought I needed to trim that just a little. There we go. Good enough. Two little tiny earrings. Now I need my ear wires. Just slide that on. Probably take a break when I'm done with these, just to get up and stretch. Say hi to Ixo, because he's been asleep most of the day. It's been so rainy here, guys, that we're both, like, always sleeping in. Like, it's just bad. Like, just so rainy, so sleepy. So rainy, so sleepy. Okay. There we are, start to finish. A pair of earrings on stream. Look at that. I finished a thing. So I started and finished a thing. Good afternoon, Gishtastic. I see you figured out your bat. Yes, I did. The person commissioning him kind of wants, like, closed eyes maybe instead of the sunglasses. We'll see. So I'm going to do another chart, but I'm also going to stitch this guy too. I'm going to stitch both. But look it. I made earrings. So little. So cute. Dainty. Very, very, very quaint little tiny baby earrings. It is cute. They are to match this necklace here that I have off to the side. I made this several weeks back in a single sitting. I had the feeling that I probably needed to make earrings for it too, and it didn't happen. And then one of my collectors came up to me at the farmer's market this last Saturday and said, I want this, but I want earrings. I'm like, okay. She said to hide it and make earrings for her, and she would buy it. And I'm like, okay, I will do that, and I will have it ready for you Thursday at the art walk. And so that's what I'm doing. Yes. For those of you who are curious, yes, I am vaccinated, and I am still wearing masks out in public because I don't trust anybody in my town, like, at all. I just don't. But since I left my coffee shop job, this is what I have to do instead. So going out once, twice a week, maybe at most, for an event is kind of where I've got to go. Kind of what I got to do. So, yeah. So this is a guaranteed sale. It is already sold. I can take commissions if you guys are interested in something like this. My commissions are open. I currently have a short list. Not too bad. But yeah, I have the bat as a commission. I have 2 kaleidocycles to finish up for you guys, for 2 of my viewers here. Let me get ear nuts on this before I forget about it. Yeah, I have 2 kaleidocycles to finish up. One is 3/4 of the way finished. The other one, I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've worked on it, but her chart is filled up. Where are my ear nuts? Hello? Hello? My little green box. Did I lose something? Oh my gosh. Aha! I found it. Okay. Just these guys. Boop. I bought a package of them. Got a lot. What other commission? I have a gift to make. A couple of gifts, but those aren't time sensitive. Yes, nice earrings. Thank you, thank you. How are you today, Gish? How are you? What are you up to? Last night after your stream, I ended up actually staying awake until 5 a.m. bead crocheting because I'm like, okay, well, somebody was crocheting today, so I gotta do it too. And I ended up with this. I started this, several attempts at it during your stream, and then kept going after giving up a few times. And then I finally made it to 2 whole inches worth for the first time. I'm so happy. This is a starter strip for future single bead crochet and a tube. I love that green. Isn't it pretty? It's the same color as your username. Look at that. But yes, this is single bead crochet in a tube. This was my first attempt at it. That went very wrong. Very wrong. I think I could still cast off of it though. I think I might be able to get new stitches off of it. And this is slip stitch crochet in the round, 5 beads around. These are bigger beads than what I normally use, but they were easier for me to learn the technique. And so they match each other. Cool tools for cool purposes. Eventually, I'll come back and I will, because I already have made this is a 5-around bracelet. I'm going to make this is 16 around, so I'm probably going to try to do a bracelet, probably bracelet length. I don't want to go necklace length, in the flat, like this is. Flat bracelet, single crochet tube, in size 11 beads, and then call it good for a little while. And then I'm going to try to make an Ami, guys. I'm going to try and answer Ixo's question. Can you make a beaded amigurumi? We need to know. Hello, Dusky! You're here, finally! Hello! I'm just about to work on your bat guy again. I just finished a pair of earrings. If you remember this beautiful necklace, one of my collectors is, I need to buy this, but you need to make earrings first. And so I made earrings for a guaranteed sale. Ta-da! Ugh. Just as a do a little thing first. Ooh, that looks awesome. Yes, they're gorgeous together. I just love the colors too. The earring design is super cute. It's just a little ball, beaded ball, and it's a crystal, and it's a silver bead. It just mimics this portion right here of the necklace, so they match. And she didn't want anything super fancy or elaborate or dangly, but when she buys from me, she won't buy a piece from me unless she knows she has earrings that match. So if I'm making a piece, I'd better make earrings that match. This is a lesson for any of you who do sell jewelry. And if you do sell beadwork specifically, you know, it's not always, but more often than not, people are going to want matching earrings. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes people only want earrings, sometimes they want necklaces, sometimes they wear bracelets, but like, there are more people out there than you think that want matching necklace and earrings. Desky, I pretty much never do matching jewelry, but I know a lot of people love it. Yeah, she's one of those. And like, the pieces don't have to be designed to go together. They just have to be close in value. And so anytime she buys something from me, she sits there and she deliberates and she goes through like her mental inventory of green earrings, for example. Do I have green earrings? Are the findings gold? Are the findings silver? Are they going to go with, you know? And she'll go through this whole mental list of whether or not it's a fit for her current wardrobe. So just something to keep in mind, guys. And it's something that I struggle with because I can't wear most metals in my ears. I can wear titanium, and that's it. I don't have anything in today. But I have a pair of titanium studs, and I have a pair of titanium hoops, little ones. I'm a small earring person. I'm not a big old dangly chunky earring person, so making those is just foreign to me, unless they're requested. But you know, I'll occasionally try on some small dangles just to see that they look right. But that's about it. Cutie. I have sensitive ear holes too, yes. When I was a kid, like I got them pierced with stainless steel and I was okay. I got them pierced when I was 9 years old. It was a Christmas gift from my mom. But, yeah, from about 9 to about 19, I could only wear sterling silver. We couldn't afford any gold, so I don't know what golds I could or couldn't have worn. Can only wear stainless steel or real gold, not plated. Still not sure about sterling, but I think I'm okay with that. Sterling has nickel in it, which is what I have, is the nickel allergy. Even stainless steel is weird for me. I just think my ears just don't like having anything in them. But I also think there's a nickel allergy mixed in, so just kind of the combination is weird. I can tolerate titanium for about a day and a half. And then my ears are like, okay, just take everything out for a few days. I'm like, okay, fine. But also, like, mixed in there is I've worked in food service most of my adult life, so just not even allowed to wear earrings in the first place, or any jewelry, really. So it's weird me wanting to wear jewelry just because, I don't know, I can't or couldn't. And then, like, I was also a tomboy growing up, but, like, I like making things on a small scale, and jewelry is easy for a small scale, so it's all sorts of weird. I have to test silver again. I can do okay with argentium, which does not have nickel in it, but still my ears are like not always happy with it. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. My ear holes just heal up fast. I've had to have one hole re-pierced two times once. Jeez. I have always kept my ears open. So I will intentionally wear earrings for a few hours sometimes just to keep the holes open. Because I need to be able to try the stuff on that I wear, that I make. Desky, would it be terrible if I asked for a pair of those earrings you just made to be added to my commission in the back colors? No. I would have to find a round color bead. So I need this style to make it look like a sphere, because otherwise, where'd it go? It would look a little very cubic. They would look like cubes. So if you want it to be spherical, I'll have to go through my bead colors. You can do that right now. I'm not doing anything. Let me see what colors I have in back colors. Okay, I have a bat. I've got kind of a batty black. That one might got a deep purple, which is kind of what you asked for originally, but I didn't have Indelicus. Turquoise, gold, orange. So I don't have like a deep turquoise. Got a couple turquoise options. So I've got a bead soup that might have something in there. I've got regular turquoise and mint. This isn't as dark as this one, or it's not as vibrant, I guess. Ooh, that purple is delicious. All right, so purple. Do you want to mix it with the orange? Probably. Licks the purple. It's a good purple, guys. I had to search. This is Toho 503. Yes, Toho 503 is one of the prettiest purples I've seen in a long time. I think purple and orange. Yeah, I figured it'd be purple and orange. Makes sense. But yes, I can invoice you for earrings. For little earrings. To go with the Needleminder. I didn't know you were an earring person. Did I know this? Did I know you were an earring person? My favorite combo. Nothing if not predictable. Thank you, VP. You're welcome. Because I want to send the minder with your kaleidocycle. So I want to, like, take the next week or so to finish up your cycle and your minder and now the earrings. Earrings are your most worn. Okay, cool. Everybody has their favorites. I need to put the black away, though. Bracelets are mine. I love bracelets. I just love the weight of something on my arm. So I wear bracelets a lot. I always have my hair tie anyway. So, alright, so Desky, I did Jess, 8,000 to the Kumihimo challenge. My goodness. How close are we on that, guys? 43 raised. Oh no, that's too soon. Guys, we're 7,000 channel points away from meeting the community challenge for me to learn for the first time how to do Kumihimo disc braiding with beads. So that's possible. We could meet that this stream. Oh no. So Desky, the chart is up in front of you. I did actually start stitching him with sunglasses, before I knew that you wanted him maybe to have the eyes closed arc. So I'm going to try to 4,000 QT. Oh my gosh. That's fine. Are you sure? Because I can try to do the eyes closed. Are you sure? Just keep going. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to ask you first. Because I could rechart it. I'm sure. Okay. So let me get up my bigger chart. Because I can't see the details as clearly on the thumbnail here that you guys are looking at. So I need to find the file. Digital art, silly. Batty. What did I call him? What did I name him? Oh, actually, I haven't named it yet. I haven't sorted it into the right folder yet. Okay. I want to learn Kumihimo at some point too. Yes, you guys are always welcome to like challenge yourself to anything I'm challenging myself to, so that we can like enjoy it for the first time together or suffer through it for the first time together. Yeah. QT. Learning all the techniques. Told you, one of us. It's not enough of a desire to deal with recharting. It was just an idle thought that I wanted to run past you in case you were like, yeah, that's super easy. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really love them with the sunglasses, and it's Chat's fault in the first place. So Chat kind of helped design your bat, actually. The teeth idea came from like Jess, and then I was making eyes close and far apart, and then I'm like, what if I just run a line across? And they're like, sunglasses, keep them. And so that's kind of what happened. Never even heard of Kumihimo. I find it funny that it's the one stream I couldn't be here at all. You had important things to do, friend. Important. You were here in spirit, and everybody chipped in to help your design come to life. Because I really didn't think it was going to work in Brick Stitch. I really didn't think it would. Come here, you. Come here, Threadbridge. Stop being mean. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to wax this thread. The henna kind of frays a little bit after some use. Not too bad, though. I think you did a great job. Yeah, I'm very surprised that this chart came out as good as it did. Like, because it was what, a 4-hour stream? And about 2 hours in, I was like, I don't like it. And I just almost gave up. And then I fiddled with it for another hour, and we fine-tuned it, and then I started stitching like the last hour of stream. Happy Ponies. Beadaholic has great tutorials on how to do Kumihimo. Good to know. Good to know. Jacob August, hello and welcome. Good afternoon. Morning, afternoon, fam. How are we? We are good. We are making a Needleminder commission for Des Quixote here. Needleminder, if you don't know, is a little magnet that stitchers use that is attached to a thing. In my case, my thing is not a button or a enamel design. It is a piece of beadwork. So this is my pumpkin pie. But we're making the chart you see under my face. That is a little bat. He's very Halloween-esque. My custom color palette was kind of a purpley fuchsia orange, kind of a teal, aqua teal, turquoise-ish, and gold from Des Quixote here, who is in chat today cheering me on. But yes, this is a commission. I'm very happy to be making it. He's actually going to be holding a candy corn. Let me see if I have a candy corn around that I can put under his feet. Do I? Do I have any abandoned candy corns. No, I have abandoned pizza and watermelons. I don't have a candy corn. How? How is that possible? But yeah, he'll be holding like a little candy corn under his feet. That's kind of the whole idea here. But yes, lurk for a few. All right, QT, enjoy your lurk. Enjoy. Yeah, so the rest of the stream, I'll just be stitching him up. I really love this color palette. It's so vibrant. Desky, you have such like bright colors in your life. They just make me happy. I'm very, very, very thrilled with a lot of the colors that bead manufacturers have made in recent years. Like, I really love the Duracoat colors. I don't think this is one. No, that one's not. But they're so vibrant and so happy. Like, for the longest time, when I was a teenager, the good majority of beads you would see were iris coated, which are great as like dark neutrals. But a lot of the projects you saw were primarily made with dark colors and iris colors and like neutrals, which are nice. But I've just gravitated more and more and more towards bright colors over the years just because they make me happy. Just because it's the style I like. And it's just different than what I grew up with. So. Ooh. So I am working off of actually the base row here. Because this row where the top of the sunglasses are was my first row. It was ladder stitched all the way across the top. And then I beaded the tip of this wing, and then I came down on the other side and I beaded the row underneath the bottom row of sunglasses, and now I'm doing this tip of the wing, and then I'll move on to the top of his head, and then I'll work on this side back and forth. I'm just trying to remember where my place is on my pattern because I keep forgetting what bead is next. But I'm making him in brick stitch because it's a little easier to shape. I could probably, I could get away with making him in peyote stitch. It would be a little faster. It's gonna get mop and glued anyway. But where the wings narrow into the body would make for some weird increases and decreases, and it's just like when you have that many increases and decreases in a stitch as you do for this chart here, it's just not worth it's just not worth investing the time to figure out how to do that correctly. It's like no. not today. I don't wanna. And so I'm not. Of the two, brick stitch does take more time because there's just more thread path. You have to follow certain thread paths when you brick stitch. Peyote stitch is just straight back and forth, but brick stitch has fancy weird increases and decreases, but they're cleaner and easier if you do them in the stitch than if you try in peyote. That's what I found over the years, so I just do the method that works best for the piece that I've made. I probably need to do, because this weekend at the farmer's market is Blackberry Day, and I have my blackberry bracelet that I made a couple years back. I'm thinking probably, if I have time this week, to make a pendant and pair of earrings as well. 3, 4, 5, purple. Oh, Dusky, do you want silver ear hooks or gold for the ear wires? They are plated, and I don't think you have allergies, right? I think I made you earrings before, so I don't think you have allergies, right? Sometimes increases and decreases are a pain, but doing them the right way really makes something look nicer, at least in knitting. Cool. Silver. Okay, good. I can do that. Thank you. I always forget to ask, you know? It's like, oh, yes, I will make you earrings. Wait. What finding color do you prefer? Because sometimes people will throw copper or gunmetal at you out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh, let me go to the store. I am happy to do that. But let me go to the store. I don't really have allergies. Sometimes a certain pair will be weird, but it's not often. All right, well, if anything I ever make you is weird, like, let me know, because my current set of ear wires, I'm not gonna lie, they came from somebody else's stash. So I don't know what they are. They're probably just generic, bought out of a box craft store off the shelf. But unless I know ahead of time that somebody has allergies, you know, I usually just go with those. And the people who really, 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 really care about what go in their ears, usually they come to me with a pair that they have purchased ahead of time and say, I would love you to make XYZ, but can you put them on these ear wires? And I am like, yes, please. People who have really severe allergies are really good about pre-purchasing ear wires a lot of times, I've found, and saying, I need these for my commission, please. Like, can do. I love it when they do that, because that means I don't have to, like, charge them extra, make them go, but this is usually this price, and I'm like, yeah, well, I gotta buy something specific, you know, it's good. I have some ear wires myself that I use to change out a pair if they're weird myself, right? Yeah. And I've found a lot of people do that too. They have a pair of wires that they use for things that they buy. So they'll buy whatever it is with the cheapo ear wires, but then they'll switch out the wires themselves to something that they can wear, which is awesome. I don't know why I wrote myself twice there. You know, I just caught it too. I don't know. Ooh, I love it so far. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at him. He's gonna be so big. Like, he's gonna be so big. Give me a second and I'll get your final, like, width measurement. It's like 3 inches wide. It's gonna be a big Needleminder Desky. But there was no way to make it smaller and the magnet be able to fit behind his head. So he's as big as he is because of the size of the magnet that I have. Like, is big magnet, so it needs to be fully covered. The cool crab soup earrings have never bothered me. Oh, good. I'm pretty sure those ones were 14 karat gold filled anyway. But I know I have since bought plated ones. The posts for those. And I don't remember which are which. I sold, like, I think 2 pairs of triangle earrings this last weekend, like the studs, the ones I made for the yoga studio. Which is funny because the owner of the yoga studio was set up next to me. She was promoting her classes and she was teaching as well. She taught a community class for about half an hour there. But She was set up next to me, you know, getting people interested, handing out brochures, having sign-ups. And at the end of the day, I was like, okay, Carson, do you have any more bright ideas for color palettes? Because everything I made for you that you have given back, all of those bracelets sold. And she was like, what? I'm like, yeah, all my sales today are your fault. And she's like, what? It was great. It was fantastic. She's such a sweetheart. It's cool. I'm probably going to use him with my sewing machine and a bunch of pins, so it'll be a good size. Oh, goody. Yay! Fancy bat. I love him so much. I'm going to get good photos. Good photos. One, two, three, four, five purple. I've got two. I said I was going to take a break, didn't I? And I didn't I? Guess who's a dummy? Ah, dang it. Okay, let me finish this row, get to a stopping point, and then not start a new row. Throw it down. And 2 orange after these purple. I've been live for almost 2 hours. Oh gosh. How did that happen? How did I end up live so long and no break? It's the row trap. It is. It's the row trap. No, because I said, I know what happened. Because I was at the end of the earrings. And I was like, okay, done with these. Gonna go on a break. And then you popped in chat and I was like showing you this. And then it was the excitement trap. And then it was the row trap. Get in there. Blah. Okay. Untwist. Alright, so here we are. Needle is down. There we are. Let's see how wide that is. It looks about not quite 3 inches, like maybe 2 3/4. Where's my ruler? Ruler! Where'd you go, ruler? Where'd it go? Got over in here. Aha! Oh, 2.5. Not quite 3/4. 2.5 inches wide. Pretty decent size. You make a good pendant or a brooch as well. And I have the pattern forever now. Wahahaha. Alright guys, I really am. I'm going to get up. I'm going to stretch because that is important. I suggest you do the same. Hydrate, take a potty break, whatever you got to do. Get up and move around. So I will be right back and I will play a little bit of an ad break too to incentivize you to get up and go. The bat demand gets high. You're prepared. Yes. Come Halloween, I am ready. Alright, be right back. return. I'm back. Welcome back. Drink water if you haven't already. Yes. Oh, Dusky, since you're here, because I know we were talking about it, look at... I've been showing off all stream because I'm so proud. I'm so proud, and it's your guys' fault, all of you. I blame you for this brain obsession, puzzle brain nonsense going on in my life. Look, I did it. I did it. Put Batty away for a little bit. All right, there we go. In order. I did it. I finally figured it out. It's still bumpy and whatever, but like, dude, it took me like 8 tries at least to get to this point. This is a starter strip now. It's not going to be anything other than something to cast off for new stitches. But look, it's hollow. You can't see the chains very well because they're turned kind of sideways, but it's there, and if you look inside you can see chains from prior rows. A little bit, maybe. A little bit. But what I did wrong, well, I don't know that I did anything wrong, but what helped me make it happen correctly is I did those first few rows with just the loops. They're hidden under here. They're hidden under a ribbon crimp because you can finish it with ribbon crimps. It's so cool. I went clockwise. For those first few rows. Like 4. I think I did 4 rows with just loops, no beads. And then like, because every time I was trying to add beads to it, they were turning inwards. And I couldn't access the chains from the prior rows. And so what I did is that first 4 rows, I turned it inside out so that the chains would face upwards instead of inwards a little bit. And then I switched directions and I started adding the beads into the same loops but in the other direction that I had started chaining. And for some reason, that worked fine. So I don't know if I did it right, but I at least got a better result than what I had been getting in prior attempts. And I'm so happy. I stayed up till 5 a.m. working on this. This is why I'm a weirdo today. And then I have, like, this is one of my first attempts at single crochet in the round. And I did it like slip stitch, so it's like kind of a hybrid of the slip stitch in the round and the single crochet in the round, because I slip stitched through and then I yarned over again. And so like I slip stitched through the bead and then I yarned over again or something weird in the middle, and like, yeah, this is a weird hybrid of the two, and you get all sorts of thread on the outside instead of on the inside. It's so weird, but I like it anyway. It's a useful thing for me to know. But yeah, I got it. I'm so happy. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the bad now. So next step, we answer Ixo's question: can you bead an amigurumi? Well, that's not the next step. The next step is actually to make a bracelet off of the starter strip to see if I can do it, to see if I can get the starter strip to work with this, to see if I can get a new piece cast off of this. We'll see. We'll find out. And then the step after that is to answer Ixo's question: can you bead an amigurumi? Is it possible? I've seen spheres and I've seen eggs, but I haven't seen a single thing with limbs. We don't know. I still haven't had much success with bead crochet, but I should probably actually look at a tutorial. I've been following Daniska on YouTube. Is it D-A-N-Y-S-S-K-A or D-A-N-N-Y-S-K-A? Can't remember if it's 2 N's or 2 S's. But hers are very, very thorough, very clear instructions. I didn't look much further than that because I'd seen hers pop up a lot of times just in what I've been doing. Share, gimme. This one. So this is where I've been going for help. She's very clear, she's very step-by-step, she's very precise, and even so, I had a hard time just because I'm not familiar with the movements, you know. But, like, she's obviously very experienced at it and just a very good teacher, and, like, I really enjoyed her. And so, I plan on looking at her other tutorials in future. I followed her Instagram. Like, it's a good time. This is a helpful resource for me. Now that I'm not feeling like garbage with a fever daily, my attempts might be more successful. You know, I hope you start feeling well again. I hope. Did you end up with a new prescription instead of the one that's made you feel all weird? Because I hope new meds or just getting off of the current ones will help with a lot of that. But yeah, I found that her set of tutorials, she had it both for slip stitch and for single crochet. And then she had the same tutorials for single and double crochet for like UK terminology, which is good. So she had both US and UK terminology tutorials for the differences between the two, which I know there's weirdness there, which is handy for anybody who's in the UK and familiar with UK terminology trying to learn it as well. Pesky, I'm already feeling way better not taking the one I tried. That is good. I'm so glad for you. I know that medication roller coasters are just a nightmare when you're just trying to feel like a human, a functioning human, you know? I cannot imagine, but I do. Is it empathize or sympathize? I feel for you that you are having to go through that, and that's so sad. It is out of my realm of experience. But man, I hope you feel better. Like, I really, really, really do. Because I miss my funny desky. I miss my desky. So I will put as many good vibes into Bat Needleminder and Earring Commission as I can, and maybe they will be healing items for you. Does that sound like a good deal? Does that sound fair? Only make them when I'm in a good mood. Uh-oh. No yawns. Fair deal. All right. Good vibes all around. And Rockstar energy drinks all around. Dude, I really love this bat. Like, I know, logically, I know that it was a hard time to design it, but there's another part of my brain that's like, this is coming together real well. And I'm like, no, you had a hard time with this. No, shut up. It's coming together real well. I'll take it. It's so floppy in the middle, but I gotta do these ends first. It's just like floppy. Okay. For those of you who haven't watched me bead before and turn stuff into Needleminders or things that need to be stiff, like this is a stiff piece of beadwork. I can't really bend it much anymore, like very slightly, but not like this, which is what you should be able to do. I do anything that is meant to have some structure to it. I brush it with Mop and Glow, which is a floor wax. It dries clear on beads, it stiffens them up, and it is good for things like needle minders. It's good for things like keychains. It's good for things like brooches after you've already sewn the findings onto any of these things, any findings or jump rings or anything that's a little wobbly and not holding its shape. You can always brush it in Mop and Glow and it'll stiffen up. And that is one of those tricks I learned from like Jeanette Cook out of one of her books years ago. My face is so bright. I'm gonna fix that. I'm too blinding. I wonder who first decided that putting floor wax on a beaded thing was going to work. I don't know. I learned it from Jeanette Cook, and this was in like her book was in like, it was one of those peyote stitch books. It was like a very patchwork, freeform peyote stitch techniques kind of thing. And she was using Future floor wax. I couldn't find Future floor wax, so I bought Mop and Glow, and it has worked just fine. It's one of those random things, you know? Yeah. But like, you know what else is a random thing? Pepper on cantaloupe. I love pepper on cantaloupe. Who decides to put pepper on cantaloupe unless, like, it had to have happened because somebody had their cantaloupe next to their mashed potatoes on their plate for family potluck or whatever, right? And then the salt and pepper that you put on your mashed potatoes accidentally got onto your cantaloupe, and it was great that way anyway, you know? That's one of those random things. Maybe somebody accidentally had two projects going on their table at the same time. They had a piece of beadwork and they were like waxing their floors or waxing something and had a bowl that they set on the table next to their beadwork and actually dropped their beads inside accidentally. And then suddenly they had stiffened beadwork and they're like, well, this is handy. And it went from there. I don't know. Queen Home Slice, I'm back again. Hello again. We miss you. We love you. I love the bat so much. Look at him. He's coming along so great. Desky is like queen of ridiculous ideas that I say yes to. Like, Desky's the reason that like Reginald has a name. Bart. Desky's the reason that like the Lurky Turkey has such a fancy blingy gif. Like, look at the Lurky Turkey. Look at him. Look at him sparkle. Yes. I love the bat. Yes, I love the bat so much. Desky has been the instigator of several bad ideas that have turned into great beadwork. They're so bad, they're good, you know? They're just so dumb and so, like... Desky, your ideas remind me of most of Ixo's ideas. See, now I need to lighten my hands. The sun. The sun. It's doing its thing. I just do what the universe demands. Exactly. Don't we? Who's there? Go away. I didn't invite anybody over. I don't know you. I don't know who it is. I'm streaming. Go away. Somebody in a yellow shirt. Go away. Don't know you. Leave me alone. We didn't ask for anybody. I don't know, but they don't have a mask on. DHL? I'm gonna guess utility something. It's like... Well, now I'm way too bright. Dang it. I got distracted. I don't know. That's one of those things about living in a neighborhood instead of an apartment complex, is you get weird people and sometimes they're like soliciting or whatever. You just never know. Let me... But yeah, he does not have a mask on. So, good luck, dude. Rude. DHL maybe? No, not DHL. Didn't want to open the door before the pandemic. Yeah, right? Like, I don't need people knocking and ringing my doorbell for no reason. Yeah, they can leave it on the doorstep, then if they're a shipper. Got weird window solicitors a few weeks back. Window? Oh, yeah. Selling windows. Thank God they were wearing masks. But, like, it's been so long since anyone has rung the doorbell. I don't know. I'd say the rate is about the same before and after the pandemic, just because there's not a lot of that in this town, thankfully. Last solicitor I had was a little old man campaigning for voting Democrat a few years ago, and I was like, cool, I'm already a Democrat. We laughed and he left. Good. I was like, I remember last year sometime in the middle of the mask mandate, there was a guy who rang with no mask. And I just didn't answer. I'm like, I don't care. I don't know who you are. I'm here alone. I'm not going to talk to anybody. Yeah, Exo was out of the house doing something, and I just let him be, whatever. And he left a door knocker like sign, and it was for like Shelley Luther, and I just ripped it up into like a whole bunch of pieces. I'm like, nope. So glad I did not answer. I've returned. Hello, Cincinnati. Welcome back. Also, no, I do not want to make an appointment to invite you in to the house to sell me on windows I don't need replacing. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's got to be a hard job too, though, just on their end. That sucks. In general, I'm just not going to invite some rando into my house. No, can't stand. I don't even want to talk to them on the doorstep half the time. Like, I don't know you. What are you doing here? Go away. Like, I get it if it's like utilities workers and they're like telling you that they're shutting off the power or shutting off the water in the neighborhood because they're fixing something. Like, that's happened a time or two, actually. And I could see that this is being the case. But I gotta leave the house here in a little bit, so if he leaves something on the door, like a notice or whatever, then I'll read it, but I'm not gonna answer it. I don't know if Ixo did. I almost thought it was Jehovah's Witnesses being back at their door knocking again. Those are the only other type of solicitors we've gotten. I haven't gotten any of those not ever here. I have a friend who goes and does that, though, and I'm like, you're Jehovah's Witness? Really? Just never would have thought it of her, but yeah, apparently so. Yeah, I can't imagine door-to-door selling is at all enjoyable. I don't like soliciting over the phone. Why do I want to bother people in their homes? Like, I would much rather do it over the phone, and I hate doing it over the phone. Like, no thank you. None. Mask or no, you are not coming into my house. We're still technically in a pandemic. Yeah, no, it's not classified as endemic yet, so, come on, guys. Be smart. Remember, we got an encyclopedia set from a door-to-door salesman when I was really? Dang. They always come in pairs. Phone calls are even worse. Yeah. How is the bat? The bat is coming along okay. I'm almost done with the tip of his wing on this other side. I'm about to weave back through my work and start on his head. The top of his head. The top of the sunglasses row and then like his head. So I think that's both the wings. I think I got them symmetrical. I did follow the pattern. Ta-da! Look at him. He's so big. It looks like it's going to be a butterfly right now. Like, it's very, very butterfly wings. But, like, it's little vampire teeth things and ears that make it bat-like. yeah, he's coming along pretty good. I'm going to have to add a new thread here in a little bit. I'm working with the same one I started with. This is going to be a busy week this week. Like, my brain is like, I don't remember all the things I got to do. And I don't even have time to, like, reschedule and journal. Like, I meant to do that yesterday, and then I got, like, carried away with the Phoenix. And then, like, I got carried away with actual projects yesterday. So that was good, but it was also like, no, it's not what I should be doing. I should be planning my whole week. And so I'm just like carrying all this information in my head and forgetting things and then re-remembering things and then forgetting things again. So it's like, okay, just think about today. So today is the bat. From this point is the bat. I'll have to end stream here at the half-hour mark. So we have about 17 minutes. If you guys want to start thinking about who we should go raid, we can do that. And then once I raid, I'll have to clean up my desk a little bit, and then I'll just have to vamoose out the door. I have to go to the Farmers Market Association meeting. I'm not part of the Art Association. That's a waste of my time. Been there, done that about 2 or 3 times. I need a new art association. I need a new town. Ugh. I didn't want to be part of the Farmers Market Association. I've never joined in the past before. But they changed the rules to where if you're not part of it, you have to pay $5 extra for your booth space at the Farmers Market. And so I'm like, okay, this technically pays for itself in like five events. So I'll do it. But only because it saves me money in the long run, not because I actually want to be part of it. I don't. It's gotten a lot better in the last year. Like, management has gone into the hands of the vendors themselves, and they've hired themselves a really great market manager instead of somebody who was appointed to the position because the city hired them. And, like, no, it was just bad before. It's good now. I think it's already reached past its peak at this point, and it's gonna probably tumble back down into bad again, or just less than good. So hopefully maybe enough momentum has been kept. Maybe they can keep her on, but she's definitely having a hard time feeling like she's valued because she's enforcing rules in this establishment that has been around for decades, and people are used to pushing over their market managers and just having inactive and uncaring market managers. And we have a good one that's doing great things, and some vendors are just not being happy about not having the right anymore. And it's like, you jerks, come on, cut it out. Alright, so I got sunglasses. So it's just, I don't want to be joining the association when there's like nonsense happening. Just because people are throwing fits, you know, like, I helped run a show once, and it was a big show. It wasn't even a small, dinky little event venue like this, you know. It's like, it's okay. You guys don't need to know all that. It's fine. So I'll just go to the meeting and roll my eyes and then come home and then do some fun beading. That's what I'll do today, right? Or I might just spend the evening actually messing with my bullet journal. Because I don't have my pages laid out, so I didn't even write in today. This is all I have of June. This is it. This is June. It's a giant circle. That's my June layout so far. And then blank pages. politics and those types of things can be so frustrating, yeah. And the thing is, there doesn't need to be anything. This town will just invent stupidity for its own purposes. Just, there's no reason. The reaction to this should be, oh good, I'm glad somebody's taking the reins. Thank you for doing all of this hard work. Let me follow those rules because good things are happening, not... Yeah. Ugh. Hey VP, I think Better Monster is online if you want to raid someone. Ooh, I haven't actually gotten a chance. Wait, no, I think I did. No, I raided Better Monster last week. She's fun. I like her. All right. If she's still live when I'm ready to go, that's a very good option. BMO's great. Yes, I love her. Yeah. I encountered her last week because someone else was recommending. Who was recommending last week? Was it Fluffy Bear? I think it was Fluffy Bear. I'm like, oh, this is fun. Yeah. That's a good one, guys. Yeah, we'll probably do that. I stayed up a bit late to get my June pages done. I got my May pages done on May 16th. So, whatever. But to be fair, like the first couple weeks of May were very weird and stressful for me, so I didn't get any of that planned ahead of time. What day is Watermelon Day at the farmer's market? It's like sometime in July, probably. I don't know. I need to do some blackberry themed work. I need to do a lot of skinny bracelets. That seems to be what sells. So I got to do lots of skinny bracelets. So you can start stitching today. Oh, okay, because you have project goals. Yes. Because I use my Bujo to count my daily stitches. What is... Yes. Granted, I only do 2 pages for the monthly to-do list. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's... You can fit a lot on 2 pages, woman. Like, don't say it like it's nothing. You can fit a lot of stressful stuff on 2 pages. And then it's 1 page for monthly stitch count tally with the subsequent 7 pages are used for daily counting. Oh, cool. Easier layout for me to manage. Oh, for sure. Like, you can say I only, write on X many pages, but like, people are very good at stressing themselves out. Like, I don't trust that 2 pages is nothing. So far, I've only had to use 1 page per month, but save 2 pages for just in case a month is task heavy. Yeah. Because I have switched it up. I'll show you what I just did for May. I've switched it kind of a hybrid of what I used to do, which was the traditional bullet journal. Every time you think of a page or a collection, you just draw it in on the next page. And the disc bound system, because I've been using the disc bound system for like 1.5 years, 2.5 years. I don't remember. Something. So, like May... I just do it this way. May, I have my airplane. Everything's going to be backwards for you guys because I have my camera reversed. But I have my cover layout. I have my calendar on the one side. These are my tasks. So it's just a little 5-part, weeks 1 through 4 and any commissions, basically. 1 to 2 main tasks for each week. Anything after that, I can fill in as needed. Personal money. Finishing pearl money. And then like my dailies, which, has the day it is, the day of the week. It has the temperature and the weather. It has my tasks. And then any notes that I have, whether I migrated them or not. And that changes. I fill them in by day because I don't like making a certain amount of space in case I need more. You know, like the traditional method. Sunday, our day off. And I drew pizzas, you know. And then, like, this last weekend, I didn't even get a chance to do Sunday. And I was running out of space because I'd actually drawn this circle. So I just did Saturday, Sunday in the same one. And, like, my sister came over. And I did both the temperatures in the same space. You know. Just make it work for you. Whatever. I'm really good at making lists, but I never actually look back at them. Right? But that's why the traditional bullet journal method is good, because you're forced to migrate one way or the other. And, like, I don't know. My collection pages I've kept in the disc bound so I can just add to, like, my Twitch list or YouTube list or, like, commission list or whatever, you know. Making a project-based journal versus a daily, weekly kind of layout has helped me be better at my list checking. I don't know. Words. Yeah. And, like, 99% of what I write down is all project-based. Like, I don't have habit trackers that say, I made the bed today, or I brushed my teeth. Like, I don't fucking care. I don't care. Why spend time on something you do anyway, or you don't do? Because I don't make the bed. I don't make the bed because Ixo's still in it. Like, why would I need to track that? Bye, Disky! It's time for me to get dinner rolling. Have a lovely rest of stream, and good luck with the art group thing. It's farmer's market group thing. It'll be fine. What did I do here? I've got weird. Okay. I'm gonna get this last bead stitch in and then add new thread. But I had to frog for a second. But yeah, I don't care about daily habits. The only daily habit I care about is, did I do my stretches that the chiropractor asked me to do twice a day? Because I can't manage to get them in twice a day. The full set, you know. I can do it first thing in the morning, but, like, I get carried away at night and I forget to stretch again. And I try to do it at 6 p.m. before I go outside and do any yard work, but that doesn't always happen because sometimes it's rainy, and so I'm like, oh, no yard work today, and then I forget to do my stretches, and then suddenly it's midnight and it's like I'm tired, I don't want to do stretches, but sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, and sometimes it's 5 a.m. before I go to bed, like today. Whoops. Yeah, I can barely manage taking vitamins every day, so why track it if I know I'm going to fail at it? Yeah. Guys, I don't brush my teeth at night. I just brush them in the morning. Which is still a heck of a lot more than Ixo brushes his teeth. Whatever. My dad never brushed his teeth. I could tell. Alright, so that's where I'm at. I need to add a new thread here. And I'm about to start with the ears. So I have the first orange in there for the ears. I'm really liking him. He doesn't look like a bat yet, stitched up, but we know he will. Where are we at? Oh, 4:23. So this is almost the end of stream. So if BMO is on, we will be going to see her shortly. Unless there's a beater. If there's a beater, we're always going to go find the beaters because we need more in our life. But I think Positively Crafty does not stream on Tuesdays, so we should be safe. She said Monday, Wednesday, Friday when I asked her yesterday. I think that's what I remember. But I read it down. I did. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's not today. I write things down. How else do you remember? look at how much bead crochet thread I have left. It's nothing. This is only like, sorry, it was on the table. 25 meters, 27 yards. So it wasn't actually a whole lot. It was more expensive than upholstery thread, and there's less of it. But in the end, it does actually work better than the upholstery thread. I will say that. At first, I was frustrated with it, and then I switched to upholstery thread for one of my other practice pieces, and then I was more frustrated at that. And then I switched back to this, and I'm like, oh, this is lovely now in comparison. So I need like very fine crochet specific threads if anybody has ideas, so that I can practice with some more types of crochet specific threads for very, very fine like lace work and stuff that I can use with beads. What vitamins do you need to be taking every day, QT? I take vitamins every day when I brush my teeth in the morning. I am currently out of my calcium, magnesium, zinc, though, so I need to buy more of that at some point. But I take ibuprofen. Doesn't count as a vitamin, but I take ibuprofen every morning, and I take magnesium, calcium, zinc supplement, and I take vitamin D. Because that's the only deficiency I have is the vitamin D. But the other one, if I don't take it, I will have Charlie horses like nobody's business. They are so painful. Has anybody ever woken up from a deep sleep with a Charlie horse and they were screaming? Because that has been my life a couple of times, and it's not fun. And then you're limping around for a day and a half from a terrible Charlie horse. That's happened to me before. Whew. Can't recommend. Not at all. Ow. Uh-oh. No. I've got stuff to do. No yawns. No yawnings. QT, I gotta head out for knit night. Have a good one, VP and rest of chat. All right, be safe at knit night. Enjoy. Have some friendly company, I hope. Enjoy. I'm kind of don't know if I should go back to knit groups or if I should just hang out with Funky Lumps, who I met in a knit group. That's about all I need is just one person. Hopefully one day soon. I did. I met Funky Lumps locally at a knitting group at our local library. Just one of those once a month meetups. And it was the only one I ever went to, but I met her there. And all the knitters that day were like, "What are you making?" Because I was working on, I had just finished Cool Crab last year before. Yeah, last year. Early last year. I had just finished Cool Crab. And I was working on the Greetings hot dog. Because it was the beginning of the year. And I was weaving in the ends around the hair barrette during that meetup. And all the knitters were like, "Beads?" It was hilarious. If you're a beater and you haven't taken your stuff to a knitting night group, it's hilarious, actually. And then they all call you crazy, and then they go about their day. But I had my cards with me, and so, you know, she asked for one, and I was like, here you go. And so she later favorited some of my stuff on like my Etsy. And then she, like a week or so later, purchased a piece. And I'm like, wait, I can deliver this to you in person if you'd rather. Yeah, I don't have to ship it to you because you live in town. And so I was going to a gallery opening that night for one of my friends, Jane Floats on Instagram. If you are not familiar, she is phenomenal. She does amazing work. I actually need to get with her maybe about a commission or an art trade or something as well. And so we went to Jane Float's art opening, and that was hands down the best gallery opening I have ever been to. But like I'm, you know, hung out with Funky Lumps a little bit there. Like we didn't quite know each other well enough yet. But then like after the pandemic hit, you know, she was on Twitch a lot more, and I'm like, you. And she's like, you. And so that was it. That's how we grew into friendship, and it's a shame, you know, like to not be able to further a friendship because of a pandemic, but that's how life happens sometimes. So no knit nights, just Funky Lumps for me anyway. Okay, so I've got partial ear. We are actually going to go raid BMO as promised. If BMO's still alive, let me go check first. Where is all my stuff? Show me the peoples. Okay, friends, let us stretch. Let us head out. Let us move on with the rest of our evenings. I've got a thing to go do. You guys have a good time. Go get dinner and stretch and stuff. Hang out with BMO. That's where we're going. I'm going to clean up my mess here. Finish stitching his ears. Call it good. Weave in my threads. Call it good. Clean up my beads. And then vamos. I'll go downtown. So, I will start this raid. And I will bead you later too. But first I gotta start the raid. Boom. P-E-T-T-E-R. Oh, come on. M-O-N. There you are. Alright, so. Thank you everyone for beading here. And for beating my friend, and for keeping me company. And we're gonna go head out. I need to have a raid call. If anybody ever has ideas, let me know. Probably descending on people with flocks of Reginalds, I think. I just need to actually make it happen. I don't have a raid call yet, but I shall. I hope someday soon have a raid call. But yes, I will bead you later, and I'll see you over there. Good night for now. Bye-bye.
Also, sometimes, no, not sometimes. What I'm learning is big crowds can be a thing for me.